Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois, beyond the power punch. A battle of strategy, power, and boxing IQ. The heavyweight boxing landscape is set to showcase a pivotal clash on September 21st, 2024, when Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois step into the ring at Wembley Stadium. For Joshua, it's a chance to reclaim the IBF World Heavyweight title he once held, while Dubois aims to solidify his place among the elite by taking down one of the sport's most recognisable figures. Both Joshua and Dubois, two of Britain's top heavyweights, bring distinct attributes to this upcoming bout. Joshua, towering at 6 inches with an 82-inch reach, boasts a record of 28 wins, 25 by knockout out of 31 fights, marked by victories against elite opponents. Dubois, slightly shorter at 6'5" with a 78-inch reach, is a rising force with 21 wins, 20 by knockout out of 23 fights. Though less experienced, Dubois' knockout rate highlights his explosive power and potential to disrupt the division. In this video, we provide a comprehensive analysis, detailing the journey of both fighters, exploring their contrasting styles, with predictions and insights into possible strategies for victory. If you find this video interesting, please consider subscribing to our channel and liking the video. It really will help us build the channel and provide more useful content for you as well as others. Now, let's get started. The power punch narrative, oversimplifying a complex battle. In heavyweight boxing, the notion that the fight will be decided by a clean power punch is a familiar cliche. Both Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois possess the kind of power that can end a fight in an instant. However, the reality of elite level boxing is far more complex. A big punch is rarely landed by accident. It is the product of a carefully executed strategy, precise timing, and the ability to exploit openings created by an opponent's mistakes. The idea that the fight between Joshua and Dubois will come down to a single punch ignores the intricate chess match that is likely to play out between the two fighters. Anthony Joshua's resurgence. Joshua's journey back to the top has been one of determination, resilience, and strategic reinvention. After suffering consecutive losses to Alexander Usyk in 2021 and 2022, many question whether Joshua could regain the form that made him a dominant force in the heavyweight division. However, Joshua has answered those doubts with a string of victories, re-establishing himself as a top contender. Joshua's comeback began with a measured, tactical victory over Jermaine Franklin, a fight that showcased his ability to adapt and execute a game plan effectively. He followed this with a brutal knockout of Robert Helenius, reminding the boxing world of his devastating power. His victories over Otto Wallin and former UFC champion Frances Ngannou further demonstrated his versatility and ability to dominate opponents with different styles. Now, with 4 consecutive wins under his belt, Joshua is ready to reclaim the IBF title and continue his quest to unify the heavyweight division once again. Daniel Dubois' redemption. Dubois, at just 26 years old, has experienced the highs and lows of a professional boxing career in a relatively short time. Dubois' rise through the heavyweight ranks was marked by his incredible knockout power, leading to a series of emphatic victories that quickly established him as one of the most exciting young talents in the division. However, his momentum was halted by a loss to Alexander Usyk in August 2023. Where he was stopped in the later rounds. Despite this setback, Dubois showed resilience and determination, quickly rebounding with 2 consecutive knockout victories. His wins over Jarrell Miller and Filip Hrgović were particularly expressive, as they not only displayed his power, but also his ability to learn and improve from past mistakes. Dubois' victory over Hrgović earned him the interim IBF title, which was later elevated to the full title after Usyk vacated the belt. Now, Dubois stands on the brink of greatness, with an opponent to prove that he belongs among the heavyweight elite. The impact of trainers. Both Joshua and Dubois have made significant changes in their training camps, bringing in highly experienced trainers who have played crucial roles in their preparations for their upcoming clash. Joshua has been working with Ben Davidson, a trainer known for his meticulous attention to detail and his ability to refine fighters' skills. Since joining forces, Davidson has focused on improving Joshua's defensive techniques, enhancing his footwork, and boosting his overall ring IQ. This partnership has been particularly evident in Joshua's recent performances, where he demonstrated a blend of tactical discipline and controlled aggression. Davidson's influence has helped Joshua regain his confidence and adapt his strategies effectively to different opponents, ensuring that he remains an intimidating force in the heavyweight division. On the other hand, Dubois has been training under Don Charles, who has brought a fresh approach to Dubois' camp. Charles has focused on developing Dubois' maturity in the ring, helping him learn from past defeats and improve his overall resilience. He has worked on tweaking every aspect of Dubois' arsenal, ensuring that his fighter is not just powerful, but also strategically sound. Charles sees Dubois as the fighter he's been waiting for, a young, athletic heavyweight who can carry out complex strategies in the ring. Their work together has already shown results, with Dubois securing significant victories against tough opponents like Filip Hrgović. Together, these trainers have not only refined the physical attributes of Joshua and Dubois, but also significantly impacted their mental preparation and strategic thinking. This guidance will be crucial in determining the outcome of this fight. Clash of Styles. Joshua's technical mastery versus Dubois' power and aggression. Joshua is known for his technical proficiency and methodical approach in the ring. Standing at 6 foot 6 inches with an 82-inch reach, Joshua utilizes his physical advantages to control the distance and pace of his fights. His jab is one of the best in the division, often setting up his powerful right hand that has finished many of his opponents. Joshua's footwork, honed through years of training and experience, allows him to maneuver around the ring, keeping his opponents at bay while setting up his combinations. In addition, Joshua's ability to adapt his strategy to different opponents is one of his greatest strengths. In his rematch with Andy Ruiz Jr., Joshua demonstrated his boxing IQ by adopting a more cautious defensive style, using his jab and movement to outpoint the shorter, more aggressive Ruiz. Against Robert Helenius, Joshua was more aggressive, taking the fight to his opponent and finishing it with a knockout. This versatility will be crucial in his fight against Dubois, as Joshua will need to adjust his strategy based on Dubois' approach. Dubois, in contrast, is known for his raw power and aggressive fighting style. Dubois has built a reputation as one of the hardest hitters in the heavyweight division. Standing at 6'5" with a slightly shorter reach than Joshua, Dubois relies on his ability to close the distance quickly and unleash powerful combinations that can end a fight in an instant. Dubois' strategy often revolves around pressing his opponent early, using his jab to create openings for his right hand, which has become his signature weapon. In his fight against Jarrell Miller, Dubois showcased his ability to maintain pressure and overwhelm his opponent with relentless power punches. However, Dubois has also shown that he can be vulnerable when facing more technical and experienced fighters, as evidenced by his loss to Usyk. Against Joshua, Dubois will need to find a balance between aggression and caution. While his power gives him a puncher's chance, Dubois must be very wary of Joshua's counterpunching ability and his experience in high-stakes fights. If Dubois can impose his will early and catch Joshua with a big shot, he could very well score the biggest victory of his career. Strategic breakdown: the path to victory. For Joshua, the key to victory lies in controlling the pace and distance of the fight. Joshua will likely use his jab to keep Dubois at range, preventing the younger fighter from getting inside and landing his powerful shots. Joshua's footwork and head movement will also be crucial in avoiding Dubois' attacks and creating angles for his own offense. In addition to his jab, Joshua's ability to mix up his punches will be important. By varying his attack, Joshua can keep Dubois off balance and make it difficult for him to predict what's coming next. Joshua's uppercut, in particular, could be a valuable weapon against Dubois, especially if Dubois tries to close the distance and fight on the inside. Defensively, Joshua will need to stay disciplined and avoid getting drawn into a brawl. While Joshua has shown he can trade punches with the best, he has also been hurt in past fights, where he abandoned his game plan and got too aggressive. By sticking to his strengths and executing a smart, tactical fight, Joshua can outbox Dubois and secure a victory, whether by decision or a late stoppage. Dubois' best chance of victory lies in his ability to impose his power early in the fight. He will need to be aggressive from the opening bell, using his jab to set up his right hand and applying constant pressure on Joshua. By forcing Joshua to fight on the back foot, Dubois can create opportunities to land his powerful shots and potentially score a knockout. Dubois will also need to focus on body shots to slow Joshua down and take away his movement. By targeting the body, Dubois can sap Joshua's energy and reduce his ability to move effectively around the ring. This strategy could be particularly effective in the later rounds if the fight goes the distance. However, Dubois must be cautious not to become overly aggressive and leave himself open to counterattacks. Joshua is a skilled counterpuncher, and if Dubois charges in recklessly, he could find himself on the receiving end of a knockout blow. By maintaining controlled aggression and picking his moments carefully, Dubois can maximize his chances of landing the decisive shot. The stakes. The importance of this fight cannot be overstated. For Joshua, a victory would bring him one step closer to regaining his status as the undisputed heavyweight champion. It would also help him solidify his legacy as one of the greatest heavyweights of his era. A loss, however, could be devastating, potentially signalling the end to his quest to unify the division and raising questions about his future in the sport. For Dubois, this fight represents the opportunity of a lifetime. A victory over Joshua would elevate him from a promising contender to a legitimate world champion, proving that he can compete with the best in the division. It would also set the stage for even bigger fights in the future, potentially against the likes of Tyson Fury or a rematch against Alexander Usyk. A loss, while a setback, would still leave Dubois with time to rebuild and improve, given his youth and potential. The anticipation and predictions. Many see Joshua's experience, power and technical prowess as giving him the edge, while others believe Dubois' power and aggression could lead to a stunning upset. When the fight was first announced, the consensus was that Joshua would have too much experience, power and technical skill for Dubois. And to be clear, Joshua is the favourite to win. Dubois is seen as the underdog. Joshua has been in the ring with the best of the best and has the ability to adapt his game plan as the fight progresses. His experience in world title fights gives him a distinct advantage. However, as the fight approaches, some are starting to see the potential for an upset. Dubois is not the same fighter who lost to Joyce and Usyk. He has grown, both in terms of skill and confidence. His power is undeniable, and if he can land cleanly on Joshua, there is every chance he could score a knockout. Joshua cannot afford to be complacent. Dubois is hungry and powerful, making him a dangerous opponent. Before we end this video, we wanted to conclude that this fight represents a defining moment in both fighters' careers, with the potential to reshape the heavyweight division. What started as a fight that many believed would be a straightforward victory for Joshua has started to turn into one of the most intriguing matchups of the year. Could Dubois really pull off the upset? Could this be the fight where Joshua reasserts his dominance? Or will it be the moment when a new star is born? Ultimately, the win will come down to who can impose their will and strategy more effectively on the night. Whether it's Joshua reaffirming his place at the top, or Dubois claiming his spot among the elite, this fight is set to be a thrilling and unforgettable encounter. A fight that has all the ingredients to be a classic. Both men will be leaving everything in the ring, as this fight promises to deliver drama, excitement, and perhaps a few surprises. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you like our content, please take a moment to leave your thoughts and conclusions in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.